What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video, and in today's video we're going to cover the potential 1000 bigger. Now, if you're familiar with the OTC, you probably know the ticker symbol Tsnp, and if you're a meme coin degenerate which is not familiar with the stock, basically it ran all the way up from 0.0002 to $2. Yeah, you did the math. And now the same stock with a different ticker symbol has returned from the ashes. HMBL, as we can see in the chart, already up tremendously, all the way up from 0.0002 to 0.0045, which is already 2000%. Now, of course, as you can see by the chart, it retraced down and closed at 23, which is still 1000% from the beginning of the run. In this video, I'm going to cover what happened, why it happened, and how you can actually benefit from it so you can actually make some money from the OTC and leave those meme coin degenerates, which, let's be honest, is straight up gambling. So without further ado, let's just dive straight into it. What happened that triggered this tremendous run? Currently, we're on the OTC market website, and as you can see, we go down to the news section and we can see humble complete stock purchase agreement with Wabra Capital and sale of assets for $20 million to WSCG. That's essentially the trigger that we saw that actually started this entire run-up. Now, besides that, because HMBL is actually Tsnp, it's a big cult stock. And if you know anything about cult stock, when they go, they go. As you can see here, here, and here, all these stocks have one thing in common: the tribe. I'm talking about the tribe of people that support the play no matter what. No matter if the stock goes down, they buy the dip. And as we can see over here, the retracement of HMBL is currently 50%, essentially, all the way down to 60% at the bottom. Now, what I'm looking at in the 5-minute chart is actually a base around the 20 area. As we can see here, we broke it down 2 times, and 2 times we were able to reclaim the 20 area, and we actually closed with some slaps. So what I assume will happen come Monday is that we open around 25 to 30, and from there we will just go straight up. Of course, it heavily depends on the amount of people that will actually support the play, and to be honest, I don't think this move is retail. I do think there are big players in this stock because of its past with Tsnp and all that shenanigans, and the amount of volume and the amount of money circulating over here is not the amount of money that retail OTC investors invest usually. So I do think we're going to be able to see a push upwards to the 40s area again. Who knows, maybe it will actually go up even more than that to the 1 penny mark. Now, regarding HMBL, I actually hold my shares. I added 0003 and I still hold several million shares for the long run because honestly, I genuinely don't know what the fuck it's going to do. Always do your own due diligence, do your own risk management. What else I'm looking at besides HMBL? Because once one stock runs, all the other follows. That's the rule with the OTC. There are other 2 stocks I'm keeping my eyes on. One is a straight up sympathy to HMBL, which is GVSI, which is already up 50% within 1 day as well. Now, the reason I'm looking at GVSI is pretty clear, right? It tanked heavily, and George Sharp, which is essentially a custodian which brought the merger to Tsnp, is the same custodian in GVSI. So I essentially think the risk to reward here makes sense. In case we go for the gap fill from here, it's essentially 90%, and in case we go down, it's 40%. So the risk to reward is not, but it does make sense that GVSI will actually try to close this gap. And besides GVSI, I am actually keeping my eyes on RDAR. As we can see on the chart, same thing. It started at 0001, ran up all the way to 29, tanked it back down to 0006, and now is pulling a banger of a move. I actually added 17s because I actually saw the volume perking up over here, and I do think by the volume and by the buying power, we're actually going to try to revisit the previous highs, which is 29s, and potentially break that, because our DAR has a lot of due diligence. And if you don't know what essentially is the due diligence, you can go back into my previous videos. I covered everything you need to know about our DAR, but I bought in as well, and I actually think it has a lot of potential going back up. Now, I do need to say, this is not financial advice. You can make a lot of money, you can lose some money. If you actually want to make money and be consistent and actually get these calls early, you can join my free Discord, which is going to be linked down in the description. And if you want more of these videos, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I'll see you all in the next one.